Hello, this is Dr. Jamie Barrett. I'm a psychologist with the Cambridge Health Alliance and an instructor at the Harvard Medical School. I'm going to tell you briefly today about an article that I just published with my colleague, Dr. Diya Kallivayalil, also from Cambridge Health Alliance and the medical school, entitled Ride or Die, Addressing Retaliatory Violence in Youth. And the focus of our article was really in how clinicians, psychologists, social workers, counselors can work with young people who adhere to a code of the street mentality in which they feel like if they're disrespected or need to stand up for themselves, that they have no other choice but to respond with violence. And really looking at our violence prevention efforts as clinicians around addressing this specific issue. And so we present two cases in the paper, both drawn from actual cases who we work with in the Cambridge area, and focus specifically on issues that these young people brought up in session around feeling like they were disrespected, they needed to stand up for themselves, and how we as clinicians can work to address that. And we look to specifically focus on the importance of clinicians validating the bind that young people are often in, where they feel like they need to retaliate or else they'll have a reputation as someone who can be violated and therefore could be violated in the future. And also a need to stand up for a sense of self, that there are people who will not allow themselves to be disrespected. And so first, it's important, as we speak in the paper, to validate that difficulty. And then the second most important thing, and we discuss specific ways we did this in the consulting room, are to try to give strategies that will allow young people to respond to this violence in a way that doesn't lead to aggression or violence, for all of the consequences we all know that can come with this, but also allows both parties to save face. And that's a critical piece there. Often in these encounters, it's not enough to say, just, walk away. And because the shame and disrespect that can follow walking away from an encounter like that just isn't feasible in their lives. So we really speak to the importance of addressing the lived context in which these young people live and making sure that our interventions are culturally and contextually relevant. And again, we do that through specific clinical examples and then end with some overall strategies for clinicians to address the specific problem of retaliatory violence. So with that being said, I hope you will enjoy the article, and hopefully it can be of use to folks in their clinical work. Thank you.